Good evening, everybody. My name is Jairo Marshall, and welcome to World History. Today, I'll kind of just be going through a bit of background information about myself and about my World History class. I got my degree from Northern Arizona University, and I got a degree in secondary education with an emphasis in history and social studies. This is currently my 15th year teaching, as crazy as that sounds for me sometimes. And this is my 6th year teaching here at Thunderbird High School. I previously taught at a middle school where I was the basketball coach and the athletic director. And at that middle school, I taught social studies and also physical education. Class-wise, obviously being a world history class, we're going to start with geography and pretty much work our way as far as we can go. If we can get to 9/11 and past that, then hey, that's definitely going to be the goal. Throughout the class, we're going to use lots of different apps to help promote critical thinking. The biggest app we're going to use is Google Classroom. That's going to be our lifeline, where basically everything is going to be posted on a daily basis. Other apps we're going to use throughout the school year are going to be Pear Deck, Quizizz, Kahoot, ThinkLink, Edpuzzle, etc. All these different apps will help with comprehension and to promote better critical thinking. Expectations. The biggest expectation, of course, is respect. At all times, students are expected to show respect towards myself and, of course, towards their peers. Having all their materials ready for the class is definitely going to be a big thing as well, making sure they're prepared with pencils, papers, their Chromebooks, of course, and obviously whatever work they need for the day. Performing the best of their ability on every assignment, and of course, having that open mind and positive attitude. Being a world history class, we're going to learn about a lot of different cultures. So it is very important to have that open mind in regards to these new cultures we're going to be studying. Curriculum wise, as I mentioned, we're going to start with geography. And then currently we are finishing up with the world religions unit. The students recently completed a test over the world religions, and now they're working on a project to basically summarize everything that they learned. We're then going to work our way towards Greece and Rome, the Renaissance, the French Revolution, and then personal favorites of mine, World War I, World War II, and then the Cold War. Grading scale, just like any typical class, grades are going to be ranging from 100 to and below, A through F, of course, but our goal is, of course, to have a passing grade. The areas in which they're going to be graded on are going to be tests and quizzes, which are 50% of their grade, classwork and homework, which is about 30% of their grade, and then the final exam, which is 20% of their grade. There will be a final exam at the end of first semester in December and at the end of second semester in May. Being that tests and quizzes are the bulk of their grade, students may complete test corrections to improve their overall score. On test corrections, the maximum they can receive is at 89%. Taking advantage of these corrections is a great way to ensure success and to ensure students' grades stay in good standing. As long as the corrections are done within 5 days of the original test date, then those will apply for the current grade. Assignment completion. My goal is obviously failure is not going to be an option. However, students have to do their part as a student and meet me halfway. That means completing the assignments, working on the homework, completing the test corrections, and of course, asking for questions for clarification. Homework, for the most part, homework is just going to be an extension of what we learned in class. For example, reviewing over the notes, reviewing over vocabulary, and of course, finishing anything in class that they did not finish. So if a student uses their class time wisely and finishes the work during class, then they shouldn't have to worry too much about homework. But again, it's up to that student to use that class time wisely. I try not to assign homework too often because I'm well aware that students have lives outside of school. There's clubs, there's sports, there's work, there's siblings they have to watch over. So again, as long as that time is used wisely in class, then they shouldn't have to worry too much about homework. Again, it's just that extension of what we do in class. Attendance. Attendance obviously is mandatory, and if you know you're going to be absent, please email me and let me know. One thing I do want to stress and emphasize is that when a student is absent, they are required to make up whatever work they missed. It is imperative that students are constantly checking Google Classroom to check for any notes or any assignments or just any homework in general. So again, I do want to repeat, it is required for students to make up any work they missed when they are absent. That pretty much wraps things up here on my end. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, and at any point in time, if there's any questions, please feel free and reach out to me. And thanks a lot, and I look forward to having a very successful school year.